This is the coolest neighborhood in all of Seoul, and in this video, I'm going to tell you 10 things you need to do when you come here yourself.
여보세요. 그냥 핸드폰 보고 있었지.
If you're looking to experience the new Korea, then you have to visit this area called Hongdae. It's named after the local university called Hongdae, which specializes in the fine arts. And back in the 90s, the students began expressing their creativity, and out of this, Hongdae was born. Since then, it's blossomed into Seoul's hippest spot, and a can't miss on your travels. To get here, just take the insanely convenient Seoul Metro and exit at the Hongdae University station and take the famous exit number 9. By now you'll be surfing in a crowd full of people, but everyone's going to the same place, so just go with it and you get spat out right here. And this is where all the fun begins, day or night. This place is awesome. The first stop on our list is right outside the subway station, and it's this place called Cacao Friends. What is Cacao? First, let's go look inside and then I'll explain. So the reason that I put this place on the list is because Cacao is an app that you're gonna want if you're in Korea. Me and my co-host agree on this one. It's like Line for Thailand or WhatsApp for the rest of the world. It's how you'll communicate with Korean friends, how you order a taxi. It's the all-in-one app here in Korea, and this store is their flagship store. It's a lot of fun, but we got a lot of things to cover, so let's keep going. Well, number 2 is not going to take very long. It's been closed. You used to come up this street and it was filled with gorgeous street art. This was known as Hongdae Mural Street, and now all that's left is this area of the wall that's overgrown with ivy. There's some construction going down at the end that's blocking it all out, and it's really quite a shame because I love some good street art. Anyway, number 2 crapped out. Moving on. No, not that type of kitty. I'm talking about real animals. Seoul is famous for its cat cafes, its dog cafes, but on the 3rd floor of this building right here is something altogether different. This is the Meerkat Cafe. It costs 13,000 won to go in, and once inside, they let you sit and play with them. But it's not only meerkats, they also have Arctic foxes. They have a little baby kangaroo that hops around looking cute. And they got this little fella who gave me a high five. And just around the corner, if you walk past the university campus itself, you come to the Thanks Nature Cafe, where there's more animals, a couple of sheep. These ones are named Sugar and Honey. This place is a lot different than the Meerkat Cafe. This is truly more of a cafe. It's free to go inside. They have some really delicious treats, and all of them are very Instagrammable. You'll find a lot of locals enjoying some snacks and coffee in here, and the sheep are more of a sideshow than the main attraction. I don't know what to think about these animal cafes. They're everywhere in Seoul. I will say this, my daughter Anna would have loved them when she was about 9 or 10 years old, so if you're looking for something kid-friendly, it might be your cup of tea. And if it's not your cup of tea, there's lots of great places to get coffee. I'd recommend the Milky Way Cafe, but I gotta get a little snack. So this list is really a guide to get you around Hongdae, but if there's anything on this list you actually need to try, it's this. It's called Pot Bingsu. And this is the most classic of all classic Korean desserts. It's shaved ice, and you can get it with all kinds of flavors. You can get mango, you can get melon, you can get chocolate, all this funky new stuff. But you're gonna wanna go with what I got, the classic. It's called injeolmi. Injeolmi is a rice cake, the soft rice cake. It's got ground soybean powder and sweet red bean, all on a bed of refreshing shaved ice. Definitely try a Bingsu when you're wandering around Hongdae. For number 5, you're gonna be able to bring out your inner child. Do you like Stranger Things? Did you spend all day on the weekends in the 1980s and 90s in an arcade? Well, behind me here is Jang Games, and this is a multi-level arcade with all kinds of funky games in there that you could play.
I'm a globetrotter. You and I 비교나 하지만 우리 너무 달라. We just different. 나 좀 봐라. 여자나 집이나 세차나가 신다 너무 빨라. I'm a globetrotter. You and I 비교나 하지만 우리 너무 달라. We just different. 나 좀 봐라. 여자나 집이나 세차나가 신다 너무 빨라. I'm a globetrotter. 지금부터 시작이야. 한턱에 money call. 세계 리듬이야. 한턱에 money make the moves. I've been getting it now.
So if you can stand the racket that's in there, and believe me, it is pretty loud, you might want to check out Jang Games.
돌아봐 한 미래로 돌아가 한 doing it cause I'm flying now 비교는 더 알아 지가지 못하잖아 켜보지만 난 실력이 no visa 뉴욕에서 한국까지 everybody raving visa I'm balling out cause I'm a globetrotter yeah 나처럼 잘 나가는 래퍼 불러 yeah 내 쇼미 나가다가 everybody staring.
If you're into optical illusions, this place will fascinate you. It's a great place if you have kids, but kids of all ages can have fun in here. They have this augmented reality enabled technology that brings the rooms to life for pictures and videos that'll wow your friends. By now, you're probably getting hungry, so luckily number 7 on the list is food.
Introduce your YouTube to me.
Can I put you in a video?
Oh, why not?
So we just met a subscriber here. First subscriber in Hongdae. What's your name?
Minji.
Minji?
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to
And you and your boyfriend watch the videos?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Yes.
And what's your favorite thing to do in Hongdae?
Eating some good food.
Yeah, there's a bunch of street stalls in Hongdae where you can get some tasty treats like this tteokbokki and sausage on a stick. But Hongdae has so many cool restaurants that I'd recommend you check one of them out. There's Grill 5 Taco for some fusion, Greens Eat Gom for some traditional Korean with modern flair, or Doma for its famous doenjang jjigae. Just pop into one of the hundreds of spots where you see 20-somethings enjoying some food and beer and enjoy, like I did. But this place is all about the vibe. And to get the full vibe of Korea, I'd stop in one of the chicken and beer joints or a place like this, a classic Korean jjigae house. I got Hongdae jjigae, one of my favorites, and you kind of want to stir this up. It's got some hot dogs in it. It's got ramen noodles and tofu and onions and kimchi. And of course, the beloved Spam. Spam's actually a valuable thing over here. Fashion in Korea is a huge thing, and they're really, really good at it. So as Haley continues browsing and looking around, let me tell you more about the next thing on our list. Shopping, shopping, shopping. Sure, they got H&M, but it's more about boutique designs that'll wow your friends back home. More than anything else, it's the fashion here that shows off Hongdae's artistic roots. There's independent shops showcasing up-and-coming designers where you'll find stuff before it becomes trendy. There's countless small vintage shops offering a shopper's paradise. And then there's the flagship style Panda store, a can't miss. They got everything you need to transform yourself into a K-pop star. But to really bring out your inner K-pop star, let's move on to the next on the list. And as day turns to night, we get to number 9 on the list, which might be the coolest part of Hongdae. You'll see along the street all these groups of people gathered around and enjoying street performances. And Koreans are good at singing, and Koreans are good at dancing. So this is definitely a highlight. It really picks up at night. Why don't I let you enjoy a couple of shows? So as night falls here, it's time for the last thing on our list, and that is party, party, party. Hongdae is one of the best party areas in all of Seoul. There's all kinds of clubs, but I'm not gonna go to them. I think it's more of a young person's game here in Hongdae. Start your night at a pub, which Koreans call Hof. Get yourselves lubed up a little, and then head out into the neon dark to see how Seoul really parties. Whether you're into EDM, hip-hop, or if you're looking for a place showcasing up-and-coming bands in the Korean indie music scene, Hongdae has it all when it comes to nightlife. Just be warned, the subways will stop running, so you might have to bar hop till 5 a.m. when they open again. I hope you enjoyed this Hongdae tour, everyone, and I'll see you soon.